Before 10 a.m. I go and sit at the PC, I prepare for the theory session. Sometimes we practice communication, so I pay attention to how we communicate. We discuss the game plan, we discuss everything that we need to do. I like to focus on the positives that we did on the game. Having a coach brings a lot of structure, discipline, system, everything that goes with it. Hi guys, my name is Aleksandar Trifunovic, my nickname is Kasad, I'm the CSGO coach of Team Extreme. So I became a coach in 2014 when I switched from my only Serbian team kind of that I played for called iNation. I was the IGL there, and then I realized I couldn't help the way I wanted to help my team, and I decided I would use my brain in a different environment. So I decided to be a coach, and that's when I started. So coach has multiple tasks. It's not only on the server. Obviously, he has to deal with everything that considers that kind of in regards to the team. So from scheduling, from organizing practices, from organizing the game, from talking to the players individually, team-wise, organizing team events and preparing for games. So all these things, multiple tasks. Right now, my daily routine, because we're in the boot camp, I get up at 7:30. I go to the hotel gym where I do a little bit cardio or weightlifting or whatever is like available in the hotel at that time. Then I go back at the hotel room, I chill a little bit, shower, whatever is on the schedule, and then I go before 10 a.m. I go and sit at the PC. I prepare for the theory session that starts 2 hours from now at 12 o'clock. I do my preparation for that day, then we meet up at 12 o'clock, we talk till 2, and we have 3 maps in a row till 5 o'clock. Then we have a lunch break, and then we have 2 more maps that we discuss if we need to do something tomorrow as a team, and after that the day is done around 9, maybe 8 or 9. I work pretty much all day, and it's not just CS work, it's working on myself, my physical condition, I guess, on my mental condition. Even resting is kind of working in a sense, you know. Your mental state needs to be in a certain kind of condition, so you can be ready for another day. So I think, but in your terms, in normal terms, I would say from 10 o'clock till 8 in the evening. Well, what I do during the practice is pretty much what we agree on the day or the day before, whatever is in the schedule. Sometimes we practice communication, so I pay attention to how we communicate and make sure everything is running smoothly. Sometimes we pay attention to strategic part of the game. Sometimes it's the preparation for the game days, for the matches that we need to play. Sometimes it's just reviewing of things we did, good or bad, and just making sure that we are repeating the good things and we are correcting the bad ones. I see it. I've seen you do this as well. Yeah. And you do the main smoke, the slot molly, and then you're gonna get a flash like this, and you got to get another flash from Jay, and I want you to do it like a jump here. Obviously there's gonna be a smoke there as well, and then you're gonna just search here, see what happens. Maybe you call Aaron up, and Aaron, who is like next to the red, he can just join you, and we can slowly take this. Or if you die, depends like what happens. We're gonna develop the round and the rotation like regarding who we kill. The way we are getting ready for the game is like, for example, if you're playing the tournament, let's say we are having a game tomorrow and then we finish today's game at like 5 o'clock. I usually have people, because every game is kind of mentally draining, especially if it goes to 3 maps, I give people time off, or we watch the VOD of the game, but I usually give the people time off, and I prepare myself for tomorrow's game, and then we meet up way before the game, and then we discuss whatever we need to discuss. And with my captain and IGL the day before, we decide which map we're going to pick and what we can expect from them to pick. And based on that, I watch demos, I look for gaps, I talk to him, and tomorrow on the team meeting, the pre-game meeting, we discuss the game plan, we discuss everything that we need to do, and then we go into a game and execute. So preparing for the opponents is different depending on who you face. You have when you face like a looser team, default-based team, you kind of look for different weaknesses than you are facing an execution-based team. And it takes a lot more time for me and my team to find mistakes and gaps in teams that are doing only defaults rather than doing only executes. But it's not like a set thing. It's more of a situational and kind of depending on who you are facing. My team, for example, well, this Australian team is not really heavy on anti-stratting because we like to play our own game. Obviously, we use gaps and of the team that teams are making and that they're giving us. Obviously, we're going to use it, but sometimes we like to focus. Against some teams, we like to focus and dictate our tempo and dictate our game and just make sure that we are on top of it. And the way I am, some mistakes you need to look at it just by actually watching your games, but I'm not really too big on focusing on the mistakes because I feel like when you focus too much on the mistakes, it kind of brings too much negativity in a way, and it can create a little bit of attraction or friction, or how you want to call it. So I don't like to, unless they're like obvious mistakes and they're kind of repetitive and they're just, easy to spot. Those are the mistakes we're gonna work on, the general ones, but I don't like to go super deep into that because I don't think it brings too good to the team. I like to focus on the positives that we did on the game and try to find a way to repeat them more as possible. The difference between working on bootcamp and being online is a big one because the energy in the room when you're playing together in LAN is so different than you are online. You can see what people are doing all the time. You can feel like their body language. You can see it, like you can control things, you can fix things, you can communicate better, which is the most important thing in the game we play. The communication needs to be on point. Everything, if that is on point, everything else can be solved really fast. And I think that's the key issue between LAN and online environment. It's just the communication. You can just fix it and can just make it better when you are all together and communicating. Device pick and then all other stuff. So just make sure if you get an opening pick and just clear everything out, you just stay there. You don't practice them. Yeah. You can rotate the guns. Then we'll see and manage your economy properly, so you can actually practice good stuff.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. The differences between team with the coach and without the coach, I actually don't know. I mean, I guess lack of structure can be one problem with a team without a coach. Lack of discipline can be a problem or a different thing without a coach. I think having a coach brings a lot of structure, discipline, system, everything that goes with it. So coach needs to be decisive first. He needs to have a strong voice. He needs to be authority towards the players and needs to respect the players as well, so he can get that respect back. And he needs to work hard. That's one of the biggest things that coach needs to have, so people can actually see that and make an example out of himself, so players can follow. How to become a coach? That's a strange question. I actually don't know. I know how I became a coach, but I guess you have to have a passion for the game, and you have to have a knowledge, and all the other things will kind of develop in time. But you really need to want to be a coach to actually be a coach. I don't know many people who actually said, I want to be a coach, I just, for me, it became natural. I don't know, I felt like it was a thing for me to do. I don't know about other people. The worst part of being the coach is not actually being able to be on the server and help. Sometimes I feel like, because we are muted during the game and we have 4 timeouts and maybe in freeze time we can talk, and in the pre-game, obviously, you kind of feel powerless in some situation to do something, even though you know what's the next step, what's the easiest solution for some situation, but you're not able to help, and you can use the timeout, which is only 30 seconds. So it's I feel like we're kind of limited and restricted, but those are the rules for everyone. So I'm not complaining. It's just that part sucks a little bit. And the best part should definitely be seeing players grow with you, develop and becoming better and better together with you. I think that's obviously, besides winning games and trophies, that's kind of the obvious part. But seeing players kind of develop and kind of bond together and grow as individuals, I think that would be the best part as a coach. Team buildings are important, definitely building chemistry and bonds between the players. Usually because you have 5 different players in the team, right? Their personalities are not gonna match. You're gonna have a introvert, you're gonna have like somebody who is a little bit emotional, and those things don't match. That can always come to like a clash in personalities. So team buildings can be a really useful things in kind of helping that way, helping people communicate better. And like I said, communication is one of the key things in CS and esports. I guess in sports as well. And I guess in the other things in life, when you think about it, the communication has to be one of the most important things, because if you properly communicate, you can solve any problem, I think. I think in CS right now, being friends, I think I try to be in good relations with every single player that in my team. Sometimes you will find yourself as a coach that you don't have the same interests as some players. You don't like same things, you don't like hanging out that much, you don't have, like I said, not the same interest, but you can always find something to bond over. I think you should just always look for that and kind of try to stay on that. But the other players, you can just find yourself being in a perfect match and you become good friends. I have a lot of good friends that were my ex-players. Like I said, I was one of the first coaches in CSGO back in 2013 or 14. I think it was Starlighter in Kiev. That was my first event, 2013. I can't remember even. But it was, I didn't really think about it, that I'm kind of building something there. I just went with it, It was, we didn't have headsets, we didn't have microphones, we were not on the server. It was just me yelling behind the players what to do. We didn't have timeouts. It was like at the beginning of everything. I didn't really think about future that much. I was just like one day at a time. So after work, what I'm doing pretty much is I go home, either if you're in a tournament or in a boot camp or just practice. I just chill as much as I can after like all the things that I need to do. Watch TV shows, movies. If I have a girlfriend, I hang out with my girlfriend, which is like super relaxing as well. And that's pretty much that. I don't, during the season, we don't get to do much partying or anything like that. It's just there is no time for it. But there is always like a little bit time, during a working day where you can just relax after work and just chill with some friends or alone. I don't mind. To be honest, I don't really mind being alone at all. I enjoyed like watching TV shows and movies all the time, and sports as well.